What I'm about to cover with you right now is probably, if not, the biggest piece of the puzzle that I could give to you from here on in. Because what we started off with this morning is duality. Okay? Duality is not truth. But if you put the dual, the two, together as one, you'll get the truth. If you take the positive and the negative and put it together, what happens? What happens when you put a positive battery lead and a negative battery and put it together? There's charge. So that's what we're doing. It's not that, so I'm not saying the positive is not real and the negative is not real, but put them together and that's what's true. But what happens is we're all fighting the negative and just pursuing the positive. What I'm about to talk to you about is what is commonly known as oneness, as unity. And this middle part of the program, which is pretty much from here on in to the end of today, and what we start with tomorrow, because tomorrow I will give you a different version of oneness for the intellectual minds. I'll give you a scientific explanation of oneness. But this particular part that I'm about to give to you can really not be understood. You see, what we've been speaking about so far today, early on this morning, can be understood. You know, you can understand it. Why? Because there's two. Your mind only understands things in two. Your mind understands, you can intellectualize things where there's two of them. Okay? Positive, negative. Okay, bang, I understand. Left brain, right brain. Okay. The two voices in the head. Okay. The external world and the internal. Okay. You can kind of understand that. There can be a process of understanding happening. But what I'm about to cover with you after, from here on in, cannot be understood. Because we're about to speak oneness. The moment everything is one, bang, it's gone. You cannot understand it anymore. So really, you know, at the beginning of the program I told you, listen to where my words are coming from, don't listen to my words. We just used this morning just for practice. This is where you really apply that. You want to really be present now. Now, the thing is, it's impossible for me to express what I'm about to express to you. It's impossible for me to share it in human thoughts, in human words. Because words come from logic. Words come from intellect. And oneness, there's no intellect in oneness. Intellect is for duality. It's a tool you use in duality. So you really got to feel me. More truer statement, you really got to feel yourself. Feel what I'm saying to you. I will tell you some stories now. That's all I'm going to tell you. And if you're here, you will feel the message in the story. It is the only way I can describe to you what I'm about to describe to you without losing you in here. I'm going to share some stories. Share some concepts. If you're trying to listen to what I'm saying, you will try to, but what about this? But what about that? If that's coming up, bring it up, please. Okay? Don't go, oh, well, I shouldn't say what about this, what about that. That's not what I'm saying. If you have a what about this, what about, please bring it up. It's not about suppressing, it's about bringing it up. If you get what I'm about to share with you, you will be free. right now, in this moment. The freedom you're looking for is in who you are. It's not in the world. It's not in what you have. It's not in what you do. You know that now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be back here sitting down right now. You would have experienced what I've had to say so far, and you would have left. You wouldn't have come back. You're here because it feels true for you. You may not agree with it, and that's cool, but there's something within you going, yeah, but let me see what else it's got to say. There's something within you that's pulling you. Some of you may not even like me, but I'm not here to be liked. If I'm here to stir an emotion, I will stir an emotion. I'm not trying to stir an emotion. I'm just speaking what's true. But if that is to stir an emotion in you and for you to hate me, then I'm doing what is loving. Isn't silence beautiful? It's the most beautiful sound in the universe. Silence makes so many people so uncomfortable. Have you ever noticed you have a conversation with someone and you just stand there in silence and they were like, so, what do you do? Like, there's a lot of power in silence. Let me share with you a video. Lights, please.
They're not always meaningful.
Yeah, it's meaningful.
Meaningful how?
That's what I want you to find out.
About your life?
Yeah, about my life and about the whole thing, about the universe, you know? The big one. I mean, should I keep doing what I'm doing? Is it hopeless?
Mr. Markovsky, we see a lot of people in here who claim they want to know the ultimate truth about reality. They want to peer under the surface at the big everything. But this can be a very painful process full of surprises. It can dismantle the world as you know it. That's why most people prefer to remain on the surface of things. Maybe you should go home. Let sleeping dogs lie. Take it easy. What do you say?
I say don't give me the brush off. Please. I want to know. This is big.
Have you ever transcended space and time?
Yes. No. Time, not space. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I take it you don't make very much money, Mr. Markovsky.
Is that going to be a problem? I mean, are you expensive, what you do here?
We have a sliding scale. Some of our clients pay $30 a week. Some of our wealthy clients pay several thousand a week.
I can't believe you guys actually exist. I mean, how long have you been doing this?
17 years, 352 cases.
Anyone here know how to transcend time and space? What I'm about to share with you will be the most treasured thing. You won't get it right here, right now, but you will feel it here, right now. It's up to you to follow it. But this will not come easy. I can't tell you where I've been, what I've gone through to get to this point. It won't come easy. But you are more than capable of going all the way. I was in San Francisco the other day and I bought this sign and it was from Buddha. And it said, I bought it for my office. I put it in our office. I don't know if you guys saw it the other day. But it says there's only 2 mistakes from Buddha. There's only 2 mistakes you can make on the path of truth. One was not going all the way. Two is not starting. I think that's what it said. That's the only two mistakes. One is not starting, one is not going all the way. I guess I say that to you not to frighten you, but to let you know that anything of great importance, anything that is truly treasured, whether it's giving birth from a mother, giving birth to a child, or is an individual on the path of truth, it won't just drop into your hands, but when you realize it and you transcend the illusion and you connect to the truth of who you are, everything else then drops in your hand. Everything just comes to you. I'm saying this so you are under no illusion, because there is work to be done. Not by me, for you, by you. This weekend is for you to feel this. What I'm about to share with you is to give you an experience of what the truth is. Because one of the practices that you'll continue after this weekend is to continuously place your attention on the truth. The reason your attention is not on the truth is because it's on the illusion. It's on your judgments. Your attention is in your judgments. If you take your attentions off your judgments, your attention will be placed on the truth. So what I'm about to give you for the next part of this program and the beginning of tomorrow is to deepen your experience of what the truth is. Does that make sense? It's important for you to be completely attentive to everything that you're feeling right now. Just like when I had Shora up here and I said, I just want you to not move, I didn't want her to react. I just want you to be attentive to what's coming up. So what I'm about to share with you, I just want you to be attentive. I don't want you to sit there and go, yeah, but what about this? Don't head fuck yourself. Okay? Just sit here and just feel what I'm saying to you. Who's up for it? Lights, please. Now I'll just play it.
Hello, Mr. Bagger Vance. I want an explanation. It better be a good one. What in God's green earth are you telling him?
So I sure be most appreciative we talk about this a bit later. Right now I'm busy assisting Mr. Junior.
Well, you have done a hell of a job of it so far.
Okay, let me talk to him. Listen, Mr. Vance, I think what the judge is trying to determine here is what exactly your strategy is for helping poor Mr. Junior find his game, because to the untrained observer, it appears you know as much about being a caddy as I do about driving a locomotive.
Oh, y'all want to know my strategy? Well, right now my player's a little confused about who he is. See, he still thinks he's Randolph Jr.
He is Randolph Jr., you damn twit.
Well, he is in the end.
Lights, please. Who gets that video? Put your hand up if you get what just happened. Okay, for those who didn't get what happened. Will Smith plays the role of Bagger Vance. That movie is called The Legend of Bagger Vance. And in the movie, he's playing the caddy. Really, it's a metaphor of the intuition. The caddy carries the bags and guides the player and tells him what clubs he should use, how far he's got to go. It's the intuition. Okay? And his player, which is Matt Damon in the movie, you'll see other scenes of that probably later. His player, his name is Randolph Jr. in the movie. And they said, in what God green's earth, whatever he says, you're telling him. What are you telling him? They say. Because he's obviously playing terrible. And he goes, oh, you want to know my strategy? My player is a little bit confused at the moment about who he is. He thinks he's Randolph Jr. In other words, he thinks he's Amir. He thinks he's the identity. And they looked at him and went, well, he is Randolph Jr., you damn twit. He goes, well, he is and he ain't. What I just spoke to you about is what you ain't. What I'm about to speak to you about is what you are. Who's seen this logo before? The FedEx logo. Put your hand up if you've seen the logo. Keep your hand up if you can see the arrow within the logo. Here's the arrow. My question to you is, has that arrow always been there? You were just not aware of it. You were just not conscious of it. And yes, it's been there by design. It wasn't a mistake. It's part of the FedEx logo. I was in America the other day with Jamie, who works with me, and we saw a FedEx truck, so I went and took a photo of the arrow. I should put it up in my next PowerPoints. But anyway, the point is, the arrow's always been there. But this is what I'm trying to say to you. Once you become aware, once you have an awareness of the arrow, once you are conscious of the arrow, once you've become awakened to the arrow, you will see it every single time. Not just sometimes, every single time. Every single time that you see this logo, you will remember the lesson that I'm about to give you. Just because you cannot see the energy that connects us to all things, it does not mean it's not there. What I'm about to share with you is very profound, but just because you are not aware of it doesn't mean it's not there. But once you become aware of it, you'll pick it up every single time. If you have the will to place your attention on the truth. Look, I'm building this segment up quite a bit, right? I want you to understand the importance of it, because one of the things that I'll be giving to you tomorrow to be able to continuously take this path inwardly and dig. I promised you that I will give you a do-it-yourself truth kit, if you like. But you need to be able to have an experience of the truth to be able to go do it. Okay? When you finish this program, all right, you will have a do-it-yourself kit to take the journey inward, to become your own master, to become your own teacher, to become your own guru, to become your own church. All within you. But one of the most important elements is for you to have the capacity to place your attention on the truth. So what's the truth?